Okay, yo, what's good? What's good? Back with another one. We got a special guest today, man. This man been going crazy on the internet lately with his food. I'm talking about high quality food, man. His brand is going crazy. We got Upscale in the building. You know what I'm saying? And I just
What's
want
up?
to
What's up?
introduce this brother. What's good with you, bro? I want to introduce you because I know you got a powerful story, a very motivational story, and that's like how I like to do it on a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I just want to thank you for coming on once again, bro. You always come through for me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes it's late, but it's never. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah,
really appreciate that. You feel me?
yeah. Hell yeah. I enjoy being here, man. Anything you got going on, man, especially when it's on some positive shit where it's like, damn, Z, where could I see you doing this shit in 3 years? And it's like millions of views, really monetizing your content, paying for a
Yeah.
house with this shit, being able to do shit with your kids with this shit, off of just asking people questions and turning the camera on, bro. So I really, when you said it, I'm like, damn, man, that shit could be big. It just probably needs some time to grow into that. So
Yeah,
I'm down.
facts. Because I've been growing it. You know what I'm saying? I just had an idea of starting a podcast. My partner actually kind of showed me a little bit of it, and I just kind of just went crazy because I got more subscribers than him now. But I'm just saying,
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But
Getting in that
yeah,
algorithm is something tricky. So it's always that type of shit always changing. It's always good to share information about what people know and how we could get into that motherfucker. Because essentially, it's all about getting a bag, putting shit on the internet, and being able to get a bag from it eventually. Also known as
you know,
monetizing your content.
hey, but you know one thing I did learn though by doing this, like when you going on live, you can't do certain stuff. Like they say smoking is bad, like cussing too much is bad. Then you can't monetize the video. That's why like a lot of big platforms they blurp out like cuss words. You can't do
Hmm.
certain stuff because the algorithm don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
it's just little things that I'm learning, because when I
Yep.
talk, I just naturally just talk how I pop my shit, but what I'm saying, I gotta start learning little certain things.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that too. And then the latest thing I heard was basically like the platform want to make money. How do the platform make money? By keeping people on the platform. So therefore, if you could get somebody on your page and you doing anything that's keeping them on their platform. So say the platform that you're using is YouTube. You're keeping
Yeah.
people how long they're literally timing how long you're keeping people attracted. So it's not more
Facts.
so about how much content you dropping or how consecutively you drop it. It's more so because me right now, I'm dropping a lot of content just to figure out what's working. Because once I figure out what's working, I'm a rinse and repeat it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's
Yeah.
all about how can you keep somebody on your platform, because once you keep them on your platform, then they're gonna start paying you for keeping them on their platform. And that's essentially what being in the algorithm really means. Are you keeping
Right.
people on this platform, in turn
Hmm.
keeping people on their platform, which in turn they don't
Yeah.
mind paying you for keeping people
Hmm.
on their platform.
Yeah. Keeping them interested till they watch the whole video, stuff like that.
That
So
type of
okay.
shit yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it, bro, because last time we was going on, it was starting off real swell. So we just gonna start off where we left off, you know what I'm saying? Because I want the people to kind of get to know you. So when they do go to your page, they do go to your platform, they're kind of, it's a story behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I don't like I was telling you earlier, like I don't ask like crazy questions because I like to make you look good on here. You know what I'm saying? I want you to look good on here. I want you to be impressed. I want you to come back, right? So
Or rather say authentic. You want to be authentic as possible.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
So all right, let's break this down, man. Upscale cuisine, man. I,
Yeah,
I
man.
love the name. I love the name. Where'd you get it from?
Real quick to make a long story short, I was working a forklift job, and I had a girlfriend at the time. She had worked nights, she had worked graveyards. I was working a forklift job. I got fired from the forklift job. I was super tired of jobs, and
Mhm.
I had thought about starting a food business, in a city where it's predominantly white people. And a lot of people say, well, why, how did you, that was a bold move. Why would you do that? And I just felt like it was nobody carrying the culture of black food in that area.
Mm,
So simply, I did it simply because of me being black, because I didn't know how to cook anything. I went to YouTube and kind of learned how to do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And now, and that's
yeah.
why I say it's amazing, because a lot of people go to culinary art school and they pay to go to school to learn how to cook. And this is why I always appreciate the city that I started, that I originated the business in, is because they allowed me, they paid me while I learned how to cook, and versus
Mm,
me going to school, getting paid, paying them to cook. And for that, I'll forever be indebted, because now I'm really good. Now it's
right.
not by mistake. Now, they allow me to get good enough to be able to give them a great product. And it's just, it came back full circle, and I appreciate it, full of gratitude about the whole situation.
Nice, nice. And let the people know what city. You said it was mostly white people. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because when you think about, you say like black people food. What is black people food, and do white people even like black people food?
I think that when you hungry and then you eat some food, it's gonna be good regardless, almost, because you famished. Now, I would, if you give somebody some food that's bland and they hungry, they probably gonna enjoy it. And then if you give them some bland food around their family and they're socializing and they eating this bland food, they gonna enjoy the food and they're enjoying being social, so it's okay until, and that's what I kind of call white food. Then you say black food, you got black food where now it's a lot of flavor in the food, it's a lot of spices in the food, it's savory, we cooking things overnight, we putting
Right.
sweet things, like it's almost like like candy yams is almost like a sweet potato pie on a dinner plate. We're doing different things, giving you different contrasts and different flavors, to the point where
Yeah.
now they, to answer your question, they absolutely like black food, because it's just more, it's the same food but with way more flavor. You know what I'm saying? And they love that. It's just more flavor, and they love it because it's more, man. And any people always love things when things are done right too. You know what I'm saying? So when
Yeah.
things are done right, and like they always say, it ain't what you do, is how you do it. And it's like, do things right. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
you treat it like a game, they're gonna play it. You treat it like a business, and they're gonna pay it. So
Right, right, right. That's real. That's real because they say that a lot. Like white people food is bland and black people food got more flavor. But you saying everybody enjoy it. Just kind of like Mexican food. Everybody like Mexican food. You know what I'm saying?
grew up
But
on
I
it.
mean,
Grew
guess
up
I
on it.
guess yeah, I guess white people food is good too. Because when you're talking about like hot dogs or burgers, it be slapping. I mean, if that's white people food. I like a
Yeah,
good
no, it
burger,
is.
bro.
No, it is. It is though. It's the American food. It's, but even if you talk European food, everybody will tell you when you go to Europe, that food is really, really bland, man.
Facts.
You know, it's just really, really bland. So if you go to American food and you get like, even if you eat a burger patty, nobody want a burger patty, just a burger patty. They need cheese on it. They need mustard on it. You need extra mayonnaise.
Right.
You want your
Right.
bread toasted. So it's
Mhm.
not good for you. You know what I'm saying? So our
Okay.
food
So
got
where
flavor.
did you get your love for cooking at? Because you just hopped in it and you just start going crazy. Like, do you remember like the first time you made some food, maybe just for yourself?
You know, it's funny you say that. Yeah, man.
We having a little intervention, man. Upscale, man. You probably got a call. Y'all, this interview is going crazy, y'all. It's really going nuts right now, man. Yeah, he got a call, bruh. So he be right back right now. Uh-huh. Upscale, we waiting on you, bruh. Uh-huh. We're going crazy, y'all. And look, I want y'all while we here, man. I want y'all to go ahead and
Real
support
quick.
the channel.
My bad. Baby was calling and it got me out of there.
Yeah, do that
Real
like
quick
that. Do
though,
like that. Okay.
it's funny though because you'll have a lot of my cousins in one house, and it wouldn't be much to eat, but it'd be some noodles. And everybody in there making their noodles a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I would have to say, eat like all the way back to childhood, and I would have to say, making some noodles, man. And you got one cousin in there putting a little butter on theirs, or you got one cousin in there like Cajun seasoning. You got one cousin
Yeah.
putting every seasoning in the cabinet and that shit. And so that I
Yeah.
just feel like I feel like we all was cooking at once upon a time. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all played
Yeah.
chef
Yeah.
over a bowl of noodles, man. You know what I'm saying? And I would have to say
Oh,
that's
me.
where it started. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where it
Yeah.
started. Yeah, for sure. Some
Over a
noodles.
bowl of noodles, huh?
Over acting like you a chef over a bowl of noodles, man, and doing whatever you wanted with it. For real. On some
So
ghetto shit.
so t- so tell me how. Okay, so this is in the same topic, but let the people know. I want you to give them a little bit of game right quick. Okay, so how do you go from eating a bowl of noodles to now eating upscale, where I'm talking about is filet mignon, lab chops? How do you get on that level, bruh? Because a lot of people still eat noodles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do they upgrade?
It's mindset. It's mindset. It's always gonna start with mindset. It's like if you think small, you only gonna see small opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to become aware of your potential. And a lot of people ain't aware of their potential. And what I mean by aware of their potential is you got to understand where you at and where you could be, what you doing
Right.
and what you could be doing. Potential in its nature, it means gap. It means gap. That word means gap. It's what you could be doing and where you could be. And you got to understand, like you can be bigger than where you are, but you got to put yourself in uncomfortable situations so that you can force growth. Because once you grow, now you thinking in a whole different type of mind frame. One of my mentors, they was telling me like, you got to start asking yourself, how could I 10x my business? And that's
Mm,
a big ass, it's a big ass question because immediately if you saying how can I 10x my business, you have to put everything that you're doing right now down. You got to throw that out because that's not going to work as far as 10x. It makes you completely start over and force your brain to think at a higher level. You see what I'm saying? And until you make
yeah.
your brain think at a higher level, you won't reach higher things. And it's just all about a mindset.
So even when it comes down to food, it's about your mindset.
A little bit about that though. Like I said, I got the black background where we got the mac and cheese, we got the candy yams. I was gifted with the game calling me early on where I did a little bit of traveling, so it kind of took me a little bit out of the neighborhood. In the midst of me doing a lot of that traveling with these good women that I've had, we would go out to eat in these different restaurants, Roof Chris, this and that. So once I started the restaurant Upscale Cuisine, I think that I have been exposed to that part of life. You know what I'm saying? So when I started the
Right.
restaurant, I brought the steakhouses that because I lived on the road. When you live on the road, it's like either you sitting in the restaurant that night eating that shit, or you calling them on the phone and you still pulling up going to get that shit, taking it back to the hotel
Mhm.
room. So it's like I think that steakhouse aspect of upscale cuisine, I brought it from the game and traveling and being
So
involved
so
in that.
so do you think like elevating your thought pattern? I'm talking about going from noodles to going to filet mignon, going from poor to rich. It's all a mental, but I want you to break down how important
Yes.
it is about traveling because you said, when you finally went to a steakhouse and you tried it for the first time, then you can't really go back. I did the same thing when I ate filet mignon for the first time, bro. it blew my mind. I didn't want to go back. You know what I'm saying? It happened to me. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite food. That's one of my favorite foods is fillets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about medium. I like it
Yeah.
medium. OG put me on, you know? And I was
Yeah.
like, man, you know, ever since
Yeah.
then, I was like, I need filet. And he said, don't eat it well done, because you know we used to eat stuff well done in the black community. You know what I'm saying?
Take the
We don't know
flavor
about the
completely. Yeah. Yeah. It take the
yeah.
flavor gone.
So
Yeah.
exactly. So tell the people like the importance of trying new things. You know what I'm saying? Versus just kind of staying where you're at, like even moving to another city. Just you're trying new things, trying to grow mentally.
Again, I come from a place where we call them squares, and the reason why we call them squares is because they think it inside a box. And so you gotta literally bring your mind outside that box. But it's tough because sometimes a lot of these values that got you inside a box came from family members that you love and respect. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
And so it'd be kind of
yeah.
hard to break out of that thought process. This is why I go back to awareness. You have to be
Mm.
aware that you're thinking in a box. Once you aware, you don't care who taught you what, you breaking the fuck up out of that for a better thought process, which is going to bring a
But hold
better
on.
result.
But how do you know if you aware or not? Like, if you're not aware, how do you know that? Like, how do you know you in a box if you ain't aware?
Yeah, and that's a big question because like if a fish been in water all his life, how does it know it's even in water? You see what I'm saying? And that's where it has to do with exposure. Exposure, you get that one thing, man, it's a gift. Exposure is a gift that everybody don't get. You know what I'm saying? And you get that one cousin that come through that motherfucker and you like, he got money, he got motion, he ain't staying long because the nigga leaving. He got women with him. You know what? He got his life together. He got his mind together. He doing that type of exposure. It'll change a motherfucker that's even in a box. It just take a little bit of exposure, which is also known as a little bit of awareness brought to your face. Now you kind of see the potential within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they'll get jealous, they'll hate on that, or some people they'll be like, oh shit, they'll see somebody winning and they'll be like, oh fuck, for some reason that make me see potential in myself. I can do that.
Can we talk about that a little bit? The haters is that important? Because I tell people all the time. They say, the haters is gonna come, but I'll be feeling like I don't really have haters. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever feel like you have haters, or do you feel like you just so in your on your route that you don't even see nobody else, like a tunnel vision type of thing?
I think that it's either you got to keep your family tight, man, because it's the family dynamic. And I was just telling one of the young life this the other day, just reminding him like it's not going to be an argument or bickerment more important than us being stronger in numbers and a mission that we're trying to complete together, a mission that we can't complete without each other. And so it's one thing to fight, but it's one thing to turn on each other. That's two different things. Family gonna fight, family gonna disagree, just as long as you don't ever turn on each other. You know what I'm saying? It might be jealousy within the camp, it might be hate within the camp, but we need to stay focused that nothing is gonna be more important. It's no disagreement gonna be more important than what we stand, the power that we hold together, and what we can get accomplished if we are thinking on one accord. So, of course, I feel like a lot of if it is when it's hating and shit like that, it's loose ends as far as people not really having a position in their own life, so they jealous of somebody else that's got having something going on. So it's all about making sure everybody got a position within your camp, and then that's making sure that the hate is within your camp. But as far as outside, you really don't want to be focused on that. You know what I'm saying?
Can
As
you
far
can
as
you
outside
turn
hate.
like a hater or a jealous person, or not even just that, maybe just a family member? Can you like turn them to the right path? Like, can they go from a hater to a real nigga? Can they go from like a backstabber to a solid person? Is that possible?
Well, I don't know about a backstab, I guess. I mean, but as far as just from a hater point of view, it's all about, yeah, absolutely. They all they got to do is find themselves and find their gift. And once, because all they're
Mm-hmm.
doing is overlooking their gift and they attribute and focusing on somebody else's when in fact they gifted with one. They just gotta, find it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
But is it
absolutely, just
something that
it
you
come
can
with
do?
finding self. That's all. Yeah, absolutely.
But is it something that you can do to like turn them over from that, or is that just something that they got to do by
Yeah,
themselves?
man.
Is
If
it
you call yourself a leader, then it's a lifelong obligation and devotion to make sure that everybody mind is sound and on one accord, because that's how a lot of things are gonna get done. So it ain't no, it's really no such thing as if somebody did feel like that, we're gonna absolutely convert their mind because it's a lifelong devotion, because it's
Mhm.
us and then you got the world, you got family, and then you got people that it's not, they're not going to work with us, they're not going to do business with us, they don't want to do business with us, they don't want to talk to us. This is family's very important. You see what I'm saying? We need to really be working together. You see what I'm saying? Because it's us and then you got people that don't want to deal with us at all, and we need to get things done because one or two people can't get a lot done when you got other people that are coming together. And so what a lot of people do is they try to act like we're not against a lot of people, like these white people. Like we have to bring it together and we have to do big things because other people are doing big things. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
we got to stick together to do big things, man.
In like the black community, we talking about food, we talking about coming up, we talking about growth, right? In the black community, it does kind of seem like it's not really coming up. You know what I'm saying? When you look at overall, you look at statistics and stuff like that. Um, what does the black people got to do to come up in this world? I'm talking about if they wanted to start a restaurant and they don't have nothing. They might have, like you said, they thinking, they got the right thinking, but what does it actually take for somebody to go from a noodle to a filet mignon? Because you know what I'm saying, it just seemed like we all divided, everybody just, they it's like crabs in the bucket type of thing, bruh. So
Yeah,
so yeah, I just want you to just break down like, just pretty much, what do we got to do as a people to come up, bruh? Before we all could be eating filet
you got.
mignons.
I think that you got to look at your brother like it's you. If you do that, it'll be better. It'll
Mm,
be it'll be better. It'll be better. You know what I'm saying? It'll be better. Like it's
yeah,
if you would if we would decide to be in service to each other, it would be better. You know what I'm saying? It just mathematically, it would literally be better because it would create more. But people don't see, they so self, so they like, oh, when you think in self, it's like, oh, I can take that and I'll be okay. But when you think service and you get a lot of people serving each other, man, that's when everybody has an abundance. Abundance is our birthright, and we just, I don't want to make no excuses,
that's
but
my favorite word. I love
huh?
that word abundance. I love that
Yeah,
word. That word
abundance.
abundance, I love that word.
Abundance is our birthright, man, and we just don't be having a lot of knowledge as to what we need to be focused on. I feel like right now we focused on each other when in fact we're not even acknowledging the enemy. Like a nigga killed a brother and would never shoot a cop. And
Wow.
it's like,
Okay.
and it's, yeah, and it's just like, well, damn, are you really identifying the enemy correctly? You know what I'm saying? And it's just, so we way off track. We way off track. It's motherfuckers that are steal from their family but would never rob a bank. And so that's how far off we are right now as far as just being together. It just, we got to go the opposite direction in which we in right now, for sure, on everything.
Nice.
And
And
it
that's
just, yeah.
no, yeah, that's real. No, that's real, bro. You say it's the real. All right, yeah. Okay, well, I know you very busy, man. Tell us about what you're doing right now with your food and what you're doing on your Instagram, and tell us that you just tell us some of your goals, bro, that you're trying to accomplish.
Well, as far as 10x, I got my baby sister out here, so I'm trying to get uh I'm basically trying to employ my family. I want to put a lot of money in the stock market long term, mixing that with some options trading. We talking about creating our own banking, our own family banking. You know what I'm saying, through life insurance, putting some money into that, and then being able to pull the money against that without it going nowhere. We in the midst of heavily studying everything that needs to be studied. I'm in the middle of studying everything that the elders fucked up on, and then not more so like talking shit about them, but more so like just doing everything that they ain't did. So if they ain't own no business, that's what we trying to do. We trying to own business. If they had, if they didn't think like, damn, I should have some type of business to employ these kids, we trying to build multiple businesses so that once some of these kids that are younger that ain't thinking for themselves, it's our job to think for them. We'll have some type of jobs and shit for them. You see what I'm saying? Because nobody
Yeah.
is going to take care of our own like we're going to take care of our own. There's no way we're going to expect a job to care about us. There's no way we're going to expect a white doctor in a white coat to care about our mom. It's no way we're gonna expect these people, the McDonald's, to feed us good food. So we gotta have our own places where we can grow our own food. We gotta have our own schools where we can teach our own kids what we need to teach them. That's things that are going to be beneficial on how we can build the next generation. Right now, they teaching kids straight bullshit. It just don't even make no sense. So we need our own land to grow our own food. We need our own hospitals, herbal hospitals, where we got herbs, fruits, vegetables. We letting people get sunlight. We giving them good water. We making sure it's a happy place for them. Happy shit. Hit really doing some healing. What they doing with the medical industry now is they just putting band-aids on real bad shit called diseases, and it's we need to just really have our own hospitals. I could go on and on about that. We need to focus on the
Mhm.
youth. We need to focus on the youth because we can't sit here and act like who is going to run the show next. So therefore, we need to be focused on what position we going to put them in. So therefore, we automatically need to be in sacrifice mode. The people in my age need to be in sacrifice mode for trying to build for the next generation that's coming up, so we can be strong and financially free and having our own stuff, man.
Sac-
Having our own money. Straight up.
when you eating some top ramens, what do you got to sacrifice, bro, to get that lobster tail, bro? What you got to sacrifice? What kind of
If I
sacrifices do you need to take?
You gonna have to sacrifice your old ways. You gonna have to let go of your old mindset. You gonna have to get your ass at LLC. You're gonna have to get your ass some trade lines called nav.com, shirtsy.com, crownroyal.com. Go ahead and get you a Navy Federal bank account. Go ahead and run up in American Express. You worried about a lot of motherfuckers worried about the next female. They need to be building some relationships with some of these good old banks and
Mm,
credit unions that's around the neighborhood. Because if you build something, if you spend some good time with some of these banks for the next 6 months, then you can go get some loans. So then in turn, you can get you a business, not just you getting a business, but you putting what that really is. You getting a business is you bringing a business into your family's name. You know what I'm saying? And that should be a goal for any man. You know what I'm saying? Getting some land, getting into some real estate, get you some funding, some business funding so that you can go buy some real estate. Go get you some business funding so you can go buy one of these commercial. I tell them, motherfucker, go get you a McDonald's. You'll probably make enough money off of French fries and Coke alone. It's nothing stopping us from getting some of these things, but a lot of money. This is what I mean by when somebody want to do something. Oh, I want to take by myself. You could never go do a McDonald's or some shit like that. That's too big.
but
You got
don't
to
that
come
but
together and
don't
do
that
some
sound
shit
like
like
it's
that.
hard to do? You got noodles, bruh. You got noodles in the house. How you thinking about buying a McDonald's or getting a loan and you eating noodles? I'm talking about you might not even have no seasoning. Just the seasoning it come with.
Yeah, you gonna have to get some.
I'm talking
Not you
about
gonna have to.
microwave.
Yeah, but you gotta invest in some knowledge at that point. You in the YouTube, if you got a phone, I would get straight on that phone and give me a punk ass job because the nav.com, the shirtsy.com, the kickoff.com, the ava.com, these are all credit building situations. They're going to build your credit. Simple as this. Get your credit. These motherfuckers is like $300 or $400 a month total. This shit gonna build your credit over 6 months. Go in there and ask they ask for some money, a big bag. And this is gonna keep you out of jail. You see what I'm saying? So hold it down for six
I
months.
like
Keep
to
your
hear that.
mind down for 6 months. You need to be if you can't get $400 or $500, which is gonna get you 30,000 in a few months, where you can run a real play. You need to be able to run a real play. You know what I'm saying? Eating noodles, you need to be able to run a real play. You know what I'm saying? And then you need to be, if you eat noodles, you need to be studying something about how money works. If you eat noodles, you need to be understanding that the things that people taught you about money before you, that shit probably not working in this current day and age. So you need to do some studying. Niggas run from studying. Motherfuckers do not open up a
Mm.
book. They running from studying,
Ooh.
man. But they'll sit on West Coast gang wars for 2 hours and be looking at the latest politics, but won't study nothing that's gonna change the financial trajectory of their family. So it's just like, come on, you don't get to complain about eating noodles if you ain't picked up a book and read nothing, ain't trying to get proactive about some knowledge. They say God won't gift you with no more if you ain't using what he already then gave you. You see what I'm saying? So
Mm.
just stay focused and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you eating them noodles, but a motherfucker that has some type of gifts that they overlooking, man. And so motherfucker need to be looking for some awareness in that bowl of noodles. If they can find some awareness, they'll find everything else, man. I'm trying to tell you because there's something there that you overlooking because you are not aware, because your mindset is old and you can't see what's right there in your present that will probably work.
That's real, bro. That's real. That's some real game, man. For all the people that's watching, man, I hope they can soak some of this up because yeah, most definitely came from some noodles. So
Yeah.
this okay. We're gonna wrap it up, bro. Tell the people. Can you just break down a little bit of the food, a little bit that you cook? Because I just love when you break it down. When you say the messy mac and cheese, I love when you say that. Can you break down some of the foods you cook sometimes just to get the people excited for them to come to your page? And then tell them where they can come get it at, bro.
Oh shit! I can't even fuck with you.
He said that messy mac and cheese. I be looking at it on Instagram. I be like, messy mac
Oh
and
shit! I was
cheese
supposed
go
to light a joint.
crazy.
I was supposed to light a joint in this interview. We cut in deep. Now, real quick, I got the. We got lamb chops right now. We got Cajun crab. I mean, we got filet mignon. We got ribeyes. We got tomahawk on the catering orders. We got candy yams. We got catfish nuggets, wings. We got oxtails, oxtail egg rolls, messy mac and cheese, silky butter mashed potatoes, rosemary, everything coming with a little rosemary, lemon with jasmine rice. And you talking jasmine rice, rosemary, and lemon. Those three are like cousin. It don't even that shit just get the humming. It's like an opera. They get the singing like a motherfucker, and then you topping it with that savory steak, Cajun crab, lamb chops, going freshly cut though. I'm the butcher. You know what I'm saying? I'm the
Ooh.
shopper. I'm the deliverer. It ain't, I'm covering all areas of the business right now, and that's why it's not nobody. I feel like it's not nobody on earth that really cherish employees more than me, because I'm ready to get the fuck out of from doing every goddamn thing, man. I mean, goddamn, man.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah.
Hey man, when I
All
tell you
right,
this
man.
drink is much appreciate, I appreciate this drink. I appreciate you for having me, bro. I actually finna be out there in a few days and shit too. I was checking out some Airbnbs because I want to be able to cook and just really just saturate the city with what I got going on when I get out there. So,
Nice. Yeah, most definitely when you come out here, tap in, bro. Last but not least, let them know where they can find you before they can order, bro. Because everybody wanna order from you, bro. Just promote your how they can get up with you.
it's
Oh yeah,
simply
and
it's
then
called.
somebody out here said, said, "What's up, man?" Rio 24, man. He most definitely he told me to tell you what's up, man. Rio Mario
Oh, OG Mario.
OG, yes. He
Hey,
watching
my
right
dad said
now.
he just. My dad has said he just seen Auntie not too long ago. They stay right around. My dad just moved right around the corner from Auntie. He said he was taking a
Nice.
walk and he seen Auntie around the corner. But yeah, tell Mario I said what's up with it, man. Just some more of it, but definitely not enough of it, man. Really, really cut from it, man. I got like 3 businesses. I don't need her to sell her butt for me, man.
All right, bro. I appreciate you coming on, man. I
Hey,
appreciate
cut
you
that
coming on.
last
We
part
gotta
off
do
of me,
this
bro.
again.
Cut that last part off of me, bro. But yeah.
I got you. I got
I
you.
don't need her to
Bet,
sell her
bet.
butt for me, man.
It's good, bro. It's good. I appreciate you for coming on here, bro. Once again, we're gonna do it again because I want to talk to you again, but I want to talk to you about something else that you got a lot of knowledge on, and that's relationships. I need that too. You know what I'm saying?
my
Because I
mentor,
be struggling.
my mentor, he say if you gonna get into the content creation space,
Yeah,
the three biggest topics is health, wealth, and relationships. Health, wealth, and relationships. Health, wealth, and relationships. It's the biggest topics. And that's what I was sitting here thinking, like, damn, so if a motherfucker make a love song, that's like you make because singing and communication is like the biggest. But yeah, man, we're gonna have to do another interview. I was finna drop some more game, man. I don't
yeah,
want to keep that deep. But yeah, let's do it again,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Live
yeah.
in a few
Don't do it too
days.
much at one time.
Yeah, man, a little
Yeah, it's
dose,
good. It's good,
a
bro.
dosage.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro, man. You know what? Once again, thank you once again for coming on. Upscale Cuisine. We out this thing 7 days, man. Y'all go like, comment, and subscribe, man. Tap in.
I appreciate you, brother.
Bet I appreciate you.
In a minute.
All right.